How's it going, you guys? I am Brian Beck, and this is our Human Resources Discussion Board for Aviation 314. And again, I'm talking about Spirit Airlines. That's what I've chosen to research throughout this course. Okay, so Human Resources, we'll talk a little bit about Spirit Airlines company culture. If you look on their website, you'll find their statement about culture is that they are relaxed, friendly, fun, and playful when we should be. We always care about getting our guests and team members there safely and reliably. That's all well and good. I think it's a nice touch that they add getting guests and team members there safely and reliably. As far as safety goes, the Spirit has had almost no serious issues since their existence. So they're doing well in that regard. And actually, I mean, contrary to their reputation, Spirit is actually the 8th most reliable American airline. That doesn't sound that great, but that's actually pretty high on the list. There's a lot of aircraft operators out there, but beneath them. So they're actually doing quite well in that regard. And now, from an employee's point of view, I went on Indeed to find these. Indeed rates the company culture as a 3.2 out of 5, which isn't that low. It's not a stellar review by any means. And from looking through these comments on Indeed, the most common denominator for why people dislike the company is to do with management, specifically managers that tend to create a hostile work environment. And that's really what seems to be dragging their scores down on here. As for safety culture, just like any other airline, you go to their website, you're going to see them touting SMS systems, safety management systems, and a just culture. I think it's borderline unacceptable not to have these in this day and age. But they take it a step further. They actually really pride themselves on their maintenance program. Their technicians are trained well above and beyond what any manufacturer with the FAA mandates need to be trained. Now, their mission statement, again, this comes from their website. They deliver the best value in the sky and want to be the most successful airline on Earth. How are they doing in this regard? Value is kind of one of those eye of the beholder kind of things. Spirit Airlines is not for every customer. It's bare bones, uncomfortable, and expedient. We'll give it that. But it is cheap. It's very cheap. They present a very tough price to beat as far as air travel goes. Now, the second part of their mission statements is that they want to be the most successful airline on Earth. Well, through doing this research, we've discovered that that's not going well for them. Over the last few recent years, I mean, Spirit Airlines, their fares are so darn cheap. You always wonder, how are these guys making money on that? Turns out, through doing this project, they're not. You can see through looking through their 10K that they've got immense amounts of debt that they've been piling up just to finance their cash flow so they can stay and keep their heads above water. And a product of that is this upcoming merger that they've got coming with Frontier that is supposed to save them and honestly will probably be good for Frontier in the long run. Now, as far as the public outlook, Spirit is known for kind of having a negative interaction with the public, and they're America's worst airline. And that, but the truth is, they tout the cheapest fare you're going to find anywhere. Even the company that they're merging with, Frontier, can't beat them on any of these routes. Now, Frontier is not for every customer. If you want a comfortable traveling experience, you're not going to book on Spirit. You're probably going to look at American or United or Delta. But another point of this is that it's not for every employee. Now, Spirit is a low budget airline. What does that mean as far as company culture, your working environment, your relationships with your managers, your pay? It's probably all going to be somewhat on the lower end of things because they're not going to want to pay you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars if they're only charging $23 to fly to Florida for the weekend, you know. So it's tough. It's not for everybody, though they do have a kind of a niche in the market that they work in. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank you.